Last time on the colony at Winter's Pass.
We stopped for a rest, and we have a new friend. His name is Pepinoja, a curious little man with an insatiable thirst for knowledge. And, of course, his hog, Pog. Pog the hog.
I have no thirst for Pog specifically.
Whoa.
You aren't invited to my recap.
There was an inaccuracy. I felt the need to adjust. My bad. Go ahead.
We continued moving north, and we encountered some fog? Upon entry, initially, it just turned me a bright blue and green? Later, though, it took my sight and my hearing, uh, which took everything except Auric, interestingly enough. A rope snagged me from Orison, apparently, and pulled me into a pit that immediately filled with daggers. My companions pulled me into a ledge and into safety, and from here we will be waiting out the fog.
Excellent. Yeah, so you guys were doing a little exploring, and you ended up creating a little island out of the fog to wait for it to pass. At the end of the last episode, it had just receded. Um, but we're going to backtrack just a little bit because Crush is back with us.
Yay!
So, Crush, you're walking through the woods tracking the group. So, as you're walking, and apologies, not the woods, the hillsides of the mountains, um, you suddenly see this fog coming in from the east. And as it
I don't like it.
surrounds you, you begin to see different colors of light shooting through the fog. Roll a d8 for me.
All right. Two.
Roll a d20 for me.
11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. As you're
Alright.
standing there, a little hawk flies over and lands on your shoulder.
Hello.
You feel strangely familiar to this hawk. It's as if it's a part of you.
Okay.
And suddenly, it says, hello, in your head.
So we're being polite. That's good.
Why wouldn't I be polite?
Oh, this is kind of
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm looking for my companions. They went around in this direction, and he just gestures in like
Oh,
the broadest sense ever.
I can help. Here, focus on me.
Okay.
Alright, so you focus on the hawk. It takes flight, and suddenly you can see through the hawk's eyes.
Oh, I like this. This is super cool.
And as the hawk is looking around, you see maybe a mile or so off a little island on a hill with your friends sitting on top of it.
Ooh, I'm gonna go that way.
You begin walking and realize that you're looking through the hawk's eyes and run into a tree.
Ow,
Roll a
that hurt.
d8.
3.
1, 2, 3. Roll a d20.
All right. 7.
4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. Hit the wrong button. 1 second, please. Okay. Come on now. Okay. Excellent. All right. Nothing seems to happen.
Like from the tree or just in general?
Just in general. You do get hit by another one of these lights. And you feel a tingle, but you're not really certain what happened. What do you do?
Am I back in my own like perception?
Are you still focusing on the hawk?
Can I? Do I have a general direction of where my friends are?
Yep.
Then I will start focusing on where I am to get to them.
Okay. So you focus back in on yourself, and suddenly your vision returns. For the time being, you have a familiar.
Oh, I'm going to name him Hudson.
Okay. It is a hawk,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore I will add a hawk to your extras tab. And all you need to do now is refresh.
Okay. And I'm sad that nobody got that joke, but that's okay.
And then as an action with your familiar,
Mm-hmm.
you can focus on the action, and you can, for 100 feet, look through its eyes. If it gets out of the 100 feet, you can no longer see through it. You can communicate telepathically for 100 feet too.
Oh, that's cool. And cool. I got that written down. Yay.
Okay. Excellent. All right, so you're about a mile away from this island that your friends are all on, and you're surrounded by fog. What do you do?
I want to tread carefully and go in the direction that they're in.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, for crying out loud. Doc, why can't I play as you? You're amazing. 9.
Okay. So you get about halfway there, and another one of these lights hits you. Roll a d8.
All right. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting. D20, please.
All right. 12.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Where's the hawk?
Probably where I left it, which is over by where my friends are.
Okay, so up in the sky.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're walking, you feel this sudden pressure. Make a con save.
All right. Ooh, much better. No, it's not. It's a 9. God damn it.
Oh wait, no, I read this wrong.
Right.
You're just walking along, and suddenly there is just this magnificent amount of force that bursts out from you. A tree next to you falls over.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
And the grass in a 5-foot radius of you is flattened.
I don't know what to make of this.
Mm-hmm. You keep going?
I'm gonna I'm gonna keep going.
Make another dex save for me.
All right. Jesus Christ. 8.
Roll another d8. You have a mile to go in the fog.
God, 4.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Roll a d20.
On it. 3.
3.
Now, this is the opposite of Saturday night.
Make an intelligence saving throw.
Yes, don't mind if I do. 19.
Okay. You feel something strike your psyche. It's painful, but you don't take any damage.
Ah!
All right. The rest of the path, you avoid the lights, and you manage to get to this hill. There is essentially a moat around the island that your friends are sitting on, but by the time you get up to the hill, the fog has begun to recede.
Oh, good.
What does everybody do?
Did we notice him approach?
Make a perception check.
I will.
Oh, I was going to make a noise, but okay.
I'd like to roll perception anyway.
Okay.
22.
What does your character look like?
Honestly, just like your stereotypical like Nordic blacksmith, just a kind of a not a burly man, but definitely someone who knows how to swing a hammer really, really hard.
Sure.
Long blonde hair, that kind of thing.
Okay. Out of character, how the heck do you pronounce this name?
It's just Kresh.
Kresh.
Kreshimir.
Okay.
Kreshimir Jujic, but
Uh,
Kresh because it's a lot easier for English people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Pepinosha certainly sees you coming with a 21, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
You see sitting amongst your friends a tiny gnome.
Eh,
Yeah. And Peppernoja, what are you thinking when you see him?
Person walking out of the mists. Mostly I'm concerned with the fog rolling away. Whereas it is extremely dangerous, as has been shown. Pepinoja was also really, really interested, so to see it go is kind of bittersweet, you know? That's mostly what he's focused on.
Yeah. Okay. Crash, you hear all that in your head.
Oh. I'm just gonna be like, huh. Alright. Cool.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Seldaloon, what are you thinking?
These lights kind of, they look like the ones up north. They be kind of pretty if they weren't trying to kill us. I'm kind of hungry.
Crash, you hear all that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. I see Crash now. Oh shit. Crash! Get out of there! How are you? Are you okay?
Yeah. Apparently I have a new friend. And then Hawk comes down.
Yeah. Hawk lands on his shoulder.
What does Hawk look like?
Just a
No.
hawk.
I'm
Little
no,
Bruce
I'm
Willis.
is it different colored? Or is it just
That is up
familiar?
to you, Crash.
Let me find a cool picture of a hawk. Stand by.
So a hawk. It looks like a hawk.
Yeah, it looks like a hawk.
Okay.
Also,
in
I
regard-
want to go ahead.
In regards to this world, does it look like it is of this plane?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Looks like a standard hawk.
Well, that's not what I'm asking. The animals are
There we go.
unusually colored.
I put a
Yes,
I put a
on this
picture in the
continent.
chat.
But no, this looks like a regular hawk. Like you would,
Okay,
like you would know as a hawk.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. You weren't hit by something, lightning, burning, anything?
Well, there was a bunch of light, and then this fella showed up, and then I don't even honestly know how to describe the forest thing. And then I heard you were hungry, so here's a potato, and he throws a potato.
What? I didn't say that. Did I?
I mean, that's
I'm-
what I heard.
How does he know? I don't really. Where did he get this potato? I thought we found roots. This is all going in her mind. We found those weird yam things back there, but
Doc, you don't, or Doc, wrong campaign. Crash, you don't hear
It's
any of
okay.
this.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't gonna say anything. It's funny though.
Mm-hmm.
oh, it was only that one time.
Mm-hmm.
I pocket the potato because I'm not into eating those raw, but nod. Right. Thank you. Oh, our we seem to have a new guest. The professor. I gestured down to the gnome.
Professor.
Yes, that would be me. Pleasure to meet you. Do you know where the fog came from?
No,
Okay.
no, it surprised the hell out of me.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm Kresh. I build things and make things better.
Understood. A pleasure to meet you, Crash. Pepinoja. Pepinoja Bafflestone.
Pleasure to meet you too.
The gnome is carrying a very small, rotund hog on their head.
He Kresh points like, did the fog give you that too? Because I don't know. This thing's they just seem to be handing out animals.
No, Pog the hog did not come from the fog.
Vitaly loses her shit.
Yeah. So does Oric. He's like, oh, that was good.
Thank you.
Oh, except for you
Oh,
didn't.
I can't hear him.
Yeah.
I can't hear him is the thing. Out of character, I can't hear him. Understandable. What's funny?
Pog the hog from the frog.
He said he wasn't from the fog.
I see, because the words rhyme. Yes, I understand this is a simple form of comedy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hadn't actually considered the creativity part of that.
It's funny.
Yes. High five.
I'm exhausted.
You should sleep.
That's our friend talks a lot.
I apologize. I will attempt to keep a lid on it, as it were.
You'll forgive me if I don't believe you. Now, you walked the whole way in this this fog then, and you have a new companion and aren't harmed. I guess that's the best we could hope for.
I mean, I ran into a tree and then something tried to like hit me in the head. It hurt, but I'm okay.
I got knifed
Well,
And blind.
and blinded, and actually pulled into a pit.
Well, that was awkward. That was poor planning. It was really just trying to stay above the fog, as it were. Yeah.
Kresh just kind of gestures and he's like, "How could anything pull you into anything?"
Is the rope still on her?
I don't think you took it off. So yeah.
She picks up the rope and holds it.
Can I see it?
Mm-hmm.
I
It
will
is a
take the
rope.
It,
Oh,
yeah, it
It's
sure
just
is rope.
It's just a regular rope.
Yep.
Huh.
It was Orisen's idea, really. He was trying to guide her to safety and, well, there's a couple accidents along the way.
the best laid plans of mice and men, as they say.
Hmm.
Right.
Well, I mean, at least no one's dead, so that's good.
That's true.
Yeah, we're thriving. If that's the bar. And the sun's out, so that's another good sign, hopefully.
Yes. So now that I know everybody's okay and alive, I guess the big important question is, where are we going?
North?
What's north?
Crater.
No, that's
Where?
west. We're
That's
going
east.
north.
Oh,
What?
The crater is east.
I thought we said the crater was west.
Nope. The fog moved to the
Oh.
west.
It
But the-
moved from the. Wait, what the? Okay.
It's west.
I made that joke last week. I mean,
Damn it.
an hour ago.
To be fair, it's also very possible I misspoke. But the crater
Okay.
is in the east,
It is.
and the fog was moving from east to west.
Okay.
That's kind of weird considering that fog normally doesn't go out to sea.
Fog also doesn't typically magically do things to you.
Yeah, you have a new friend now because of this. Exactly how does that work? Is it a familiar? Would I know this?
Can I identify what type of hawk it is?
It is a hawk.
A functional hawk.
Default hawk.
Yep.
So how do you know it's bonded? I mean, I'm not
Well,
arguing it isn't. It's just
I mean, it's pretty wild. I could kind of like do this weird thing, and then I could see you guys while it was up in the sky.
Interesting. I've heard of these sorts of animal bonds before. Hmm. When did you say this started?
Like, I don't know. Probably, how long did you say it would walk in? Like a half hour, 40 minutes or something like that?
Yeah, it was about a half mile back.
Okay, so yeah.
Mile back.
And I'm sorry, hold on. Let me see if I remember. You mentioned that this had something to do with the fog that rolled in, yes?
There was a bright light, and all of a sudden Hudson was here.
Mm-hmm. You've named it Hudson. Okay.
Nice.
Did it tell you its name was Hudson, or did you come up with that name on your own?
I named him Hudson because
Okay.
it seemed like a good name, and I like alliteration.
Can Pevenosia roll an Arcana check to see if there's any visible effect of the fog that would lead to this, or add into this?
Yeah, you can roll an Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
You saw a lot of magic. It's possible that something was cast and could cause. You know that there are familiar spells, so
Interesting. Okay. I'm just not concerned. I'm curious whether this will be a lasting effect or if this is just something like a fine familiar spell. Might I monitor you for the rest of the day?
Sure.
Excellent, thank you.
Crash, you said that there was light, and then you had this hawk. Do you mean the light from the fog, or something different? I mean the swirling colors, or do you mean?
Out of character, were these just flashes of light, or was this like the Aurora Borealis?
like different swirling colors in the fog.
So that.
Okay, so basically what we've been seeing. Nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That was
Did
pretty.
we? Was it only when the light touched? Wait, did the light touch you?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say that.
Okay. Can I remember if that's what happened anytime? If light would happen, if light touched people to trigger spells?
Yes. The answer to that question is yes.
Okay. Can I look over the fog that is, you said is disappearing?
It has
complete
receded rapidly. At this
Okay.
point, you can see it retreating back over the hills towards the mountains.
As it's receding, can I see how, is there so much color that you would be able to possibly walk through it and avoid it?
You could absolutely try.
All right. Put that in my back pocket. Actually, I'll share it. I think there may be something to that. If we are in this situation again, and hopefully we can just, avoid it entirely, but if it comes to it, maybe we try not touching the lights? It just seems that's what spurns the random magic. It's a hypothesis, but worth a shot if it comes down to it.
I mean, I don't mind being an experimenter in words. I don't know what you smart people use.
Well, Vitali kind of experimented quite a lot for that.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite done with the fog, I think.
Yeah. Right. I also start like filling in the hole so we have a bridge. Actually, no, I
Okay.
just start filling in all. I want to leave the ground as it was. I'm not going to leave a random hill.
Easy enough.
Oh, that was eventful.
I suppose we can figure out what we're going to do about it next time it shows up, if it shows up again.
Right. Is there a breeze?
There is not.
I don't like that. Fog kind of had a drift of its own.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Right. So, how much farther north shall we go? Don't all talk at once.
I don't know. I'm following you guys.
Well,
I would still very much like to go see the crater in the east. However, I will accompany you for the time being.
I don't think we need to go there immediately.
Did we even need to continue north? The entire reason we were going that direction to begin with was to pursue the amorphous changelings that we came across, but that seems to be a bit of a moot point at this particular time.
Yes, that is true. I guess I thought we were just doing exploratory at this point. I wouldn't mind returning. I'd like to see my family. I'm sure I will get an earful for being gone so long.
Oh, it's okay. They're still building stuff.
Well, I still would like to see them, but I well, then what are anyway? I'm open to yes. What are we doing?
Yep. What do you guys want to do?
I want to keep going north because we were going after the one of the relics, right?
What?
You mean one of the crowns?
Yeah. There's one up
Um,
north in the mountains, right?
it's in the mountains to the east. Yeah, like northeast.
I
From
wouldn't be against going to get more of the crowns.
Hmm.
I was under the impression that's what we were going after.
I'm sorry. What exactly is the goal here?
We have many goals, it seems. This one involves retrieving the keys, more or less, to open vaults. From my
Vaults.
understanding.
Vaults that contain what exactly?
Riches, jewels, explosives. Who knows?
Um, when you say riches, do you mean
I truly
hoards
do
left
not
behind
know.
by a civilization long past?
Yep, says
Excellent. I will
Auric
accompany you on.
to
I will-
only Vitali.
Oh, my apologies.
Well, let's. I mean, yeah, I guess.
In that case, I will continue to accompany you if that is all right.
I have no qualms.
Pippin
As long
nods.
as you don't end up like stabbing us in the back later on.
Vitali looks at Orison very, very pointedly.
I'm gonna be eyeballing up Pepinoja, just kind of quietly summing him up, I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
won't your folks
wanna-
be missing you?
Well, for what it's worth, I've already been missing for somewhere in the vein of about 3 weeks. So, you
Ah.
know, kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't go back.
Okay.
Mhm.
And were you gonna ask me something?
Me? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, my apologies
So-
if I seemed like I was going to. However, you do seem to be staring at me quite a bit. May I ask why exactly?
You're a stranger in strange lands.
Yes, this would be accurate.
I don't trust strangers in strange lands.
That's fair. You don't have much of a reason to.
Well, just so we're clear, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
Pepinoja nods.
So Deline appreciates his observance.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Crash. He came here through like a teleportation thing from south. It's pretty wild.
Oh, good. I'm glad to know because I'm under the impression that we're the only people here, and I'm
Oh.
just like, what's going on?
Well, worth it to note that we probably are. I only happened to be here because, well, I was fucking around with ancient magics.
Oh,
And I thought you
That
said you
seems-
just fell.
I did, while fucking around with ancient magics. I was attempting to draw a runic circle that I found in a temple way on the other side of the world. I ended up stepping on the magic runes in the magic circle, and they transported me here.
that's serendipitous.
Yeah, we
Quite.
thought so too. Do you happen to know, like, I know there's something going back on at camp. I don't know if we've ever. Well, what activates a teleportation circle?
Well, that really depends on what exactly it is. There is magic, as you can tell by the fog, that permeates pretty much the entirety of our existence. Runes themselves are conjured creations of magic that allow magic to be captured within them.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry.
A shortened version. Yeah.
Runes.
A
capture
wizard
magic.
controls our teleportation circle.
No, likely not. Runes
I mean-
capture magic from the world and put them inside to do things later.
We have a wizard that controls ours.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant that wizards control all. And anyway, my bad. Sorry.
We've got a portal guy.
Right. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. But I was curious because I assumed there wasn't a wizard standing by to shove you in the circle.
I do wonder, however, if a second supposed expert in runes and magic might speed along the efforts of the teleportation circle we're trying to create.
Well, I suppose I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily an expert specifically in runic magic, but I do have some experience, and I would be happy to help however I can.
Also, trying to create it works just fine.
Well, it's not been finished yet.
It works.
I don't. So Lynn looks confused because she does not remember. It's been a while since we've been back.
You would all know that yes, technically the spell works, but what Sir Aether is trying to do is create a permanent teleportation circle, and to do that he has to cast the spell once a day for a whole year.
Well, that's a heck of a job.
Which is why I was wondering if it was possible to speed that up at all.
I mean, I know, but
One way to find out,
yep.
and we'll find out later, I guess, because we're
going north.
going to the north. Okay, we're going to the mountains. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And when the weather looks, how's it? You said
It is a clear blue sky, sun shining and everything.
Excellent. Vitaly gets up and goes.
Okay.
I follow.
All right. So Vitaly, you're leading.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I put my hood on.
Yeah, probably wise.
You can walk in my shade if you want to.
I'll start to walk in her shade.
All right. It doesn't help much.
I didn't think it would.
Yeah.
Shade of friendship.
So you guys start heading towards the mountains. Oric talks to you, Vitaly, and he goes, I think it's that way.
What way is he pointing?
He points still in the northeast, but more east at this point.
Vitaly corrects her course.
Okay. Roll a d20 for me, Vitaly. You're rolling survival for Oric.
15.
Okay. He seems pretty sure.
That's all I need.
Okay. You guys start walking in a particular direction. I need somebody to roll me a d8. Actually, let me ask you this. How long do you want to walk in search of this Dwarven ruin?
Presumably until it gets dark.
Okay, but are y'all going to go multiple days, or what's the plan? Are y'all do y'all have an idea that you're going to go back at a certain point?
We do get a long rest here, right?
Yeah,
you
we
have
take naps.
you have
Okay.
not rested yet. No.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
go ahead.
would say go until we find it.
That's what I was thinking too.
Okay. So as you're going forward, today is a fairly sunny day. So you walk until the sun begins to go down, and you manage to make it to the root of the mountains. So it's getting dark. You're going to set up camp, or what's the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd feel more comfortable setting up camp at dusk if we're.
Yeah, instead of in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Can we set it up in such a way that we are against a rock face, so we only have so many walls to worry about?
You
Or
can.
not walls. You know what I mean.
So you. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it's a mountain, so it's not like there is. It's not super steep yet, but you could find like a little cave face. Yeah, that would not be a problem.
Okay.
Anybody keeping watch?
we have a fire, I can keep watch.
I
Well,
can also keep watch.
I
I'd
need-
like second watch if we
Gonna
want.
sleep.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need at least 3 people, unless 2 of you has a 4-hour rest period.
I'm sorry.
I
One
know.
more time. Could you say that again?
You need at least 3 people if
Mhm.
you all have 8-hour rest requirements, or you can have 2 people if the both of you have 4-hour rest requirements.
Pepe will stay up for the first watch.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
fine.
stay
to
up
do
for
that.
the second and third.
Okay.
I can
Excellent.
build a fire.
because I'm gonna go to sleep.
All right.
I'll take third watch.
Okay. So all of you who are taking watch, go ahead and roll perception checks for me. Pepinoja, go ahead and tell me what you rolled.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. It's a little comforting to know that you're not the only person on this continent. So
Yeah.
you feel pretty relaxed. You don't notice anything out in the wilderness. You're more focused on who are these people and what are they carrying? Like, is this person unique in any way? You seem a little distracted by your new companions.
Sure.
Eventually, though, Ori gets up to relieve you, and you drift off to sleep. What did you roll for your perception check, Ori?
That was an 18.
Okay. You keep your eyes out beyond the camp, and you hear some animal noises here and there, but nothing that seems threatening.
Okay.
Who was next?
I also rolled an 18.
18. You too. You hear some animal noises, but nothing that seems threatening. And with that, we'll say that the night comes to a close, and the sun begins to rise. What do you guys do?
Swap out with somebody else. Go for my long rest. Eat that sleep up.
Yep, you get your long rest. It is now morning. What do you guys want to do?
Right.
Continue the long trek, I suppose. Pepinoja is under the assumption that as soon as Pepinoja very much wants to visit the crater right stat now, because that's really important to him as a person. However, the treasure trove of information and also literal treasure is pretty calling as well, and he figures we'll eventually get to both.
Okay.
So he's cool to go along with just about anything right now, so long as it leads him to a historical site.
Okay. So you begin walking on your next day. Somebody roll a d8 for me.
I'll do it. 5.
5. Okay. As you guys begin to climb the mountain, you suddenly start to hear this hissing sound. It's odd because it comes from one direction and then another.
Does it sound like an animal?
Make a perception check.
Is it several snakes?
Oh fuck.
I rolled a 15.
15. You're not, Seldalun, you're not certain what it is. Vitali, you start realizing that the hissing's kind of timed. It's like every couple of minutes there's a psst.
Geyser. Or air
Well.
vent?
You don't see anything, you just hear it.
How rhythmic is it? You said is it like regular on every couple minutes?
Yep.
What's the air smell like?
Smells like air.
Mm.
Is there like snow on the ground? Is there a place that I could maybe see an air vent or something?
There is snow on the ground. You don't see anything nearby you, no.
How stable does the ground feel?
No less stable than any other ground.
Cool. Not gonna worry about it.
Okay. You continue going up?
Huh?
Okay. You continue to go up, and the hissing gets louder and louder until you come over a ledge, and there is this green area, almost like an oasis in the mountain. And there are steaming pools of water. And every so often in certain spots, there is a hiss of steam. And it's just beautiful.
Neat. Is there something wrong with the water?
Make a nature check.
Well, this is
It's like-
not the character for that.
This is the killer bathhouse episode.
That's a 7.
7. It's clear. It looks enticing.
Nothing around it is dying?
No, not that you see.
I'll walk on up and check it out.
Are
Okay.
we there with her?
Yeah, you're all right there. You can all see this.
Can I see if there's like a haze above the water to
There's steam, but there's not like when you say haze, what do you mean?
I mean, can I tell how hot it is?
It's steaming. It's not bubbling.
I do not trust that.
I would like to go down to the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you in the water?
I will I will put my hand close to the water.
It feels warm. Feels nice.
So it's volcanic hot spring. Nothing too bad.
Yeah.
I will not drink the water.
Fair. You didn't put your hand in the water. You only put it above it?
Oh yes.
Okay. What do you guys do? You at this point you have been climbing all day.
Does the water look clean?
It is very clear. Yes.
How hot is it?
You gonna put your hand in it?
Pepino's gonna stick a boot covered foot in the water to try to get an idea for how hot it is.
Okay. You stick your leather boot into the water and you don't feel anything. And then after a moment, your foot begins to warm up a little.
I pull my boot out and I touch the surface of it.
Okay, you touch the surface of it.
Dead.
No, it's actually really nice.
Okay, cool. In that case, I stick a finger in it. I'm testing the water here. I don't want to die.
It's like the best temperature bath that you've ever been in.
Shit. This is kind of nice. Pepino just shrugs. I can't remember the last time I took an honest to goodness bath. Does anybody mind if I bathe? while we're here?
I don't really.
I'm not gonna strip down to my skivvies or anything like that. So
Do as you will.
Yeah, I don't care.
We're adults.
Pepinoja strips down to the underclothes, not like specifically to, underpants specifically, and hops in.
Okay. It is delightful.
I start washing off the couple weeks of muck.
Yeah. You This is like the most relaxed you've been in probably months.
Excellent.
What's everybody else doing?
Vitali's gonna follow suit.
Okay.
I imagine that she would want to detach her arms because I haven't canonized. I haven't canonized what they're made of yet, and I don't know if they're waterproof.
They're magically enhanced, so a little bit of water will probably not destroy them.
That's fair. She hops in.
Okay. It's a fairly big pool, and there are other pools around in the area too. There's trees. Some of the trees actually have some fruit on them.
What? Where?
Eldon would probably go
Are
check
we?
that out, see if edible or not.
Okay.
Check out.
So the trees, they look like cherries, but they're not red. They're blue, like blueberry blue.
Huh.
Okay. Can I roll a nature check to see if I can figure out if they have any bitter notes or.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a nature check.
That's a whopping 11.
I mean, they look delicious.
I'm gonna pop one in my mouth and try it.
Okay. You bite into it,
Where-
and the juice just explodes in your mouth. And you are overcome with just how good these are. Like, holy crap.
Wow.
And it tastes like strawberry angel fruit cake.
Holy crap.
What? What? Are you okay?
No, these are amazing.
Oh.
Try one. Pop another one in my mouth.
Can I assess these berries?
Sure.
What a way to ask that question. Sorry. May I assess the
these
berries?
berries.
I'm just picturing like Sokka with the cactus juice.
This would be like probably the first time any of y'all have seen Eladon smile, by the way.
Oh.
Oh, these berries are drugs. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you watch Eladon munch on one of these cherries, and you don't eat one right away because you're smarter than that. But
Ouch.
as Eladon is eating it, you're like, oh, that does sound good. And so you pop one in your mouth.
Look, I'm
And-
wise. I'm not intelligent.
Yeah, it tastes like the best strawberry angel cake you've ever had.
I've never had this. What is this flavor? It's
Can-
amazing.
Can I ask my familiar friend, Hudson Hawk,
Mhm.
about the berries to see if they know what these berries are?
Yeah, so Hudson Hawk, by the way, has been like flying above you this whole time. Not very far, but a little bit. And then when you landed, or like when people started getting in the water, it landed, and it's got its wings out on the ground, and it's like half in the water. Its head's rolled to the side, and it's just like.
Oh, okay, so it's good.
Yeah. Hudson telepathically indicates to you that it has no idea it was just brought into existence like the day before.
Oh, cool. So we're both kind of lost. That's
Yeah.
fine. All right.
Can I touch base with my man Auric and see if he knows anything about this?
Auric looks up and goes, I don't know. Never seen the hell of those before in my life.
Worst tour guide ever.
But
Nor I.
Vitaly, you do notice that he seems to be drooling a little bit.
Can you eat?
Oh, not in this form.
Ah,
But I'll make you a deal.
absolutely not.
Oh, hand me over to the other gentleman.
That I can do. And she says, "Hey, Crush, think fast." And she throws the crown at you.
I catch the crown.
Oric goes, I want to try them! I want to try them! I'll make you a deal!
Is it going to involve more gold?
I can make that happen.
Crash shrugs and puts the crown on.
Okay,
Easy.
you all see Kresh's eyes kind of glaze over, and in Kresh's voice, Oric goes, "Oh yeah, I like this guy." And he walks over, grabs a handful of these berries, and just takes a bite of one. Has this huge smile that you have never actually seen Kresh smile. Like, it's bigger than any smile that Kresh has ever given. And then he goes, "Oh, this is gonna be a good night." And he goes and he sits in the water and just starts eating berries. Kresh, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh God.
Son of a bitch. It landed on 15 and then went over to 5. That's 10.
10? Okay. So you eat the first berry, and you have a very simplistic sense of what's going on, but you can't do anything.
All right.
And then Oric eats a second berry, and everything's still fine. He eats the third berry, and suddenly your stomach begins to expand.
Uh-oh.
Call the Oompa Loompas.
I was going to say.
Huh? Did somebody call me?
And suddenly, berry juice is flowing up through your throat. You all notice that Kresh is starting to turn blue. Not in the sense of
berry he was about to eat.
Oh my
down.
God. I was joking, but we really do need Oompa Loompas.
not in the sense of Oompa Loompa blue, but as in he can't get any air blue.
Oh shit.
Okay.
And this
Tally,
glazed
Vitali hops
over eyes, Orcus going in Kresh's voice.
Vitali hops out of her pool and picks Kresh up and Heimlichs him.
Roll a
I'm gonna hold
medicine
up a
check.
dagger. I'm gonna hold up a dagger and say, "Does he need an emergency tracheotomy?"
Okay, hold on a minute. No.
16.
16. You Heimlich Kresh, and the crown falls off. Kresh, you're suddenly in aware of yourself and are in control of your faculties. Except for that you're off the ground, being Heimlicked and choking.
Choking.
It's like the scene in The Exorcist with the pea soup, except for that it is
Oh.
blueberry
How many berries
liquid.
did you eat?
What a
And
wonderful day for a Heimlich maneuver.
the funny thing is, Crush, is that it tastes just as good coming up as it did going down.
Oh God.
It takes a few, squeezes, Vitali, but you manage to get him to stop choking.
She puts him back down in the pool of water.
Everybody else who ate a berry, you notice that you're full very quickly. Like, almost to the point of uncomfortably so.
Oh, is that like fruit from Dragon Ball Z?
Wait a minute. Oh, I can't already nature check these.
Mhm.
Can I?
You feel
Can I
bloated.
do that based on my feelings? Though?
You can make another nature check now because of what you've seen.
13.
13. You think that this has some kind of property where it causes it to expand like rice, but on an exponential rate. It would be wise to eat them very, very sparingly.
One berry is enough,
Hmm.
I believe.
I'm just gonna sink into the water.
May I see one of those very quickly?
Eldon tosses him one.
Careful with that. It's dangerous.
Pepinoja is going to cast Identify on it.
You don't get any magical. Well, no, I take it back. It would have some kind of alteration magic on it, but it's ancient and it's not something that you recognize as like a spell. It's something interacted with the plant that then over time
Imbue
gave
magic into it as a wow.
gave it properties of.
This is sensational. He grabs a. He walks over after getting out of the spring. Nothing should happen if I grab them. Correct? It's eating them that activates the magic. Is that what we've identified?
Sure.
Okay, excellent. He takes a bushel and he puts it in his bag.
Okay.
And he places the bag a little ways away from the spring and hops back in to continue his bath.
Okay.
Oh, sorry about you choking, by the way. I hope you're feeling better.
I would like to examine the tree.
What are you looking for?
I want to. Well, first I want to. How does it produce seeds? It's through the fruit. Can I?
Yes, it is through the fruit. It's like a cherry, almost literally, except for the color and the taste.
Okay.
So it has like a pit too.
I would like to not consume, but remove a couple pits.
Okay.
And pocket them. I'm also.
Yeah. When you cut into them, you notice that they begin to produce just copious amounts of juice.
Huh. Okay. What does the juice look like? Is it similar to a blueberry in that it's dark dye?
Yep, dark but a little more fluidy. It does stain.
Oh, fun. Might be able to use that for something. I would like to just hang on to these seeds, but also examine our surroundings. We are in an oasis. As far as I know, it is still winter. Even around hot springs, to my knowledge, at this time of year, are not flush with grass. That's unusual. What is there anything strange or that sticks out besides the? Is there and also like the pools? You said there were multiple. Do any of them are any of them different?
Make a perception check.
16.
16. As you begin to examine the pools, there is one towards the back of this oasis near the it's kind of like it's a section that's near the slope of where it begins to go back up into the mountain. And as you look down, you notice this one's a little deeper than the others, and there's something. It looks like it's shiny at the bottom of it.
Would it help to see if I had dark vision?
It is. It's hard to tell.
I don't, which is why I was going to ask my friends to come help me.
Oh,
Hey, there's something odd about this pool.
What do you mean?
Well, there's something shiny at the bottom.
I'll head over towards it.
Oh, I can help with that. Pepinoja casts light on his own finger.
Okay.
And starts swimming down a little bit.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Okay. I'm not great at those, admittedly. That's a 3.
You get about a foot and a half down before you end up like turning without realizing it, and you are back at the surface, and you're like doggy paddling. You don't, and you like look around, and you're like, oh,
Ah,
oops.
okay, I suck at swimming. Somebody hand me a rock.
Vitali hands him a rock.
He casts light on the rock and drops it over the pool.
Okay, hold on one second.
Okay, so you're...
Um,
I don't even know what you're dropping it on.
Ori, what are you doing?
Into the dark. You said
Well, I
it was
was-
dark down there, so I'm dropping a light.
Yes, but we
dropping
don't know what we're dropping it on.
Oh, well, that's okay. I figure it's more pool.
I was first gonna
But
just see if I
glazing?
can see with any more clarity what it is just from outside the water, and if not, just kind of poke my head in the water and see if I can see it.
Make a perception check.
Let's see here. Perception.
Mhm.
That is 22.
22. You you look down and you do see something that's shiny or maybe glowing, but it is somewhat obscured. It's like it's kind of buried.
Hmm.
And then suddenly Pepernosia drops the rock, and it drops, and it drops, and it drops, and it drops.
Well, I guess I know what we're dropping it on now. A very, very deep, 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 deep pit.
How astute.
It's very deep.
How far down are we talking? How deep?
It's hard to tell. It's not like you dropped a pebble into the air and listened for the sound. But it is a distance.
Now, I do have a theory. Not a theory, a proposition. If I continue to light rocks and keep dropping them down, eventually the whole pit will fill up with lit rocks.
And that
And it might bury whatever's down there.
right.
Or I can try to swim down there and see what I can see with my vision.
You do know you can't see the rock anymore. That's very deep. Can you hold your breath for that long?
Oh, you can still see the rock. It just dropped a long time.
Oh, you made it sound like we couldn't see it anymore.
No, you
Okay,
can still
about-
see it. It's just
Okay, my bad. About how
way
far
down there.
About how far down?
It's
physically-
hard to tell.
Okay, and with the light, is there anything else about the pit that makes itself known? Like, is it just pit?
Just pit.
All right, so there's nothing really down there.
Except for
the
whatever is
thing I
half
saw.
buried in the muck.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's my bad. Brain small. Actually, brain large, but always going, so I miss things. My bad.
Brain small in comparison.
Yes, high five.
All right. So
Then please go look down there if you don't mind.
Okay, I'll get into the water and take a deep breath and dive down and try to get down to it.
roll an athletics check.
Athletics. Oh, this is the worst.
Oh,
Oh, but that's a nat 20, so a total of 21.
Nice.
bless
You manage to take a huge breath and begin to swim down. You swim down, and you swim down, and you keep swimming. And you're getting to the point like where you're starting to think, holy shit, this is a deep ass pit. But eventually you hit the bottom, and you're probably 100 foot down.
Jesus.
And as you go down, it's getting hotter and hotter.
Well, that would
And you-
make sense.
You get to the bottom, and it's not hurting you, but it is very hot.
I'm going to try to quickly find the item that's in the muck.
Okay. It's not hard. You see it there pretty much right in the center. What do you do?
Can I clear some of the muck off of it and see what it is?
Yeah, you want to touch it?
Sure.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, a saving throw. Oh, crepe. All right. That's an 8.
An 8. You put your hand on it, and there is a searing pain. You take 7 points of burning damage.
Ah.
And I need you to make a strength check to see if you can take your hand off of it.
Oh, shit. I am not the right person for this. 10?
10? Okay. You attempt to remove your hand from this object, which is a large metal thing. You haven't quite uncovered enough of it to know what it is. But you can't remove your hand. It's like it's burned to the object.
Oof.
Everybody up top, after a few moments, you see a few bubbles break the surface, as if somebody has screamed.
Oh, good.
Something's wrong.
How long is that rope?
I want you all to know that I am flipping an hourglass.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
How long is that rope?
Pepinoja has some. Does Pepinoja have some? Hold on. Give me a moment. I'm so sorry.
Isn't
assuming-
there like a giant rope that's around? I forget Shelby's character's name 'cause
Vitaly?
I haven't. Yeah.
No.
It
we're
would
down
have been about, I think I lost about half of the length that I had, which was 50 feet.
Right.
So the Lynn's pulling out a rope immediately. She has her own 50 feet. Full, fine, perfect rope.
I'm gonna dive in, try and get down there.
Make an athletics check.
God, Jack, I was gonna do a thing. Ruining
I can
everything.
still do a thing.
Giving you rope, Jack, by the way.
Okay.
That
more
is
things, the
a
merrier.
14.
14?
Yep.
You don't swim down with quite the ease that Ori did, but you get down there after a few moments, and you see that his hand is just burned all to hell, and it looks like it's stuck to this
Oh.
metal box that is glowing with heat. And when you get down there, you notice that the closer you get to the box, the hotter it is. Almost to the point
Okay.
where it's like boiling water. But because you've gradually grown accustomed to the water heating up, it's not quite so hot. What do you do?
Gotcha. I am actually going to see. In my navigator's tools, guessing I'd have something like almost like a wooden ruler.
Probably, yeah.
I'm going to dig that out and give it to him and motion to bite down.
Okay. I'll bite down.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna wrap my arms around him and try and pull him off.
Make
Oh, God.
a Constitution saving throw, Ori, at disadvantage as you begin to pass out.
Oh, Constitution saving throw at disadvantage. All right. Let's see. That's a 6.
Okay. Ori passes out.
Mm.
All right.
Make a strength check, Eladon.
That's a 16.
16. You pull, and you think you almost have him off, but his hand stays.
That's what I was worried about.
Okay, so you have a +4 Constitution, Eladon. Cool.
Yeah.
Good to know. What's everybody else doing?
How you said it was 100 feet down?
Yep.
So if I send healing spirit down, that doesn't matter because that's only fucking 6 feet
The
range.
problem with that, and yes, the range is a little too far, but you could dive in and then cast it. The problem, however, is that even if you cast it, he's underwater, passed out.
And I can. Okay.
Vitali is going to wrap. Sildren, you've got your rope out, right?
Yeah.
Vitali's gonna grab it and like tie it around the handle of her shield,
Mhm.
and she's gonna drop the shield in the water. Hold on
Okay.
to the rope.
It takes a moment for it to sink. It does go fairly quickly. But Ori, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Oh my god! All right. 4.
That is a fail.
Yeah, that's a fail.
All right. Well,
Eladon, the shield eventually gets down to you, and there's a rope on it. How
Okay.
long is your rope, Sildaloon?
It is 50 feet. Oh, fuck. It's 50 feet.
So here's the thing. I was gonna tie them together, but
Well, then
I
tie
have
it
one
on.
end. Tie the end.
Tie it now.
yeah, there's 2
It's
ends to a
already been-
rope, man.
it's
Quit
already
being
been
salty
thrown.
and tie it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll say it's not all the way down to Eladon. Then you
Okay,
can
cool.
tie.
This is
okay,
what
I'll
I
I
get
think
for all
just
those
let go
natural
of
ones.
the other end.
So busy being salty.
Just saying, I was gonna do something, and then
You still can!
Do it!
Let's get you to do it.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna.
Ori, make a
Not
death
gonna-
saving throw.
So I'm gonna tie the rope together super fast with one of those really awesome ship's knots, and fucking make sure that it's like more than 100 feet long.
Okay, cool.
Wait, did you say make another death
I did.
saving throw? Oh shit! Come on, dice, don't fuck me over. That's better. That's 11.
That's a success.
All right, we're in this, guys.
The
We do be living in this house.
the shield finally makes it down to you,
Taunts me on the
Eladon.
head.
Okay, I'm
And-
gonna tie it around his waist.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm gonna
I-
yank.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
tugs
tie
to
it-
let us know we
Yeah,
can
give it a
pull.
couple of yanks so they know that it's tied.
Okay,
Pepinosha will help despite not having a huge strength factor.
We appreciate
Vitali.
the moral support.
That
Roll.
means I give Vitali with advantage, right?
Yes, Vitali, roll athletics with. Hold on. What did I say you rolled, Ori and Eladon? Was it athletics
yeah,
or
just roll
strength? I guess it really doesn't matter, but
Okay, I
think
rolled
athletics.
I rolled 24. Or sorry, I rolled a 19 on the dice. It's +4 to strength and then +6 to athletics.
okay.
so-
Either way, you made it. So you yank, and Ori is suddenly shooting up through the hole. Make one last death saving throw.
7.
7. That is a fail. You drag Ori out of the water. His hand is very badly burned, and he is not breathing. Eladon, do you follow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I imagine Eladon was like holding on to him.
No, actually, because at that point, if I come up too quickly, I can get the bends.
The what?
The bends.
Nitrogen in your system.
Nitrogen poisoning in your system.
Fair.
Jason would actually be coming up slower, and he'd actually probably been trained in that with what he did prior to this.
I will give you credit for that. Yep.
Which means I probably got the bends coming up.
I
no,
I would not have
necessarily.
I would not have even thought about the bins unless, but since Jack brought it up,
I don't give you a chance because we're immediately gonna do some healing.
okay. His hand heals just fine.
But
He's not breathing.
Can I punch him in the chest really,
No.
really hard?
Slap him away if he does that.
Okay.
critical hit, 2 automatic failures.
I mean, I only have 1 damage to unarmed strike. I
I
just want to
don't
like.
give a shit. You're not the medic right now. Do I? He's unconscious. If
He's
I
unconscious.
I mean, can I heal? Doesn't healing usually wake him up?
Make a medicine check.
There's water in his lungs, dog.
Turning blue.
I know,
He's
someone else
already
did that to
blue.
it, too.
That's 14.
14. Yeah. He's got water in his lungs. You
Oh, well,
probably
then I
need
guess we
to.
would have to flip him over.
Yep.
I
So-
stand up and hang him by the ankles and shake him.
Okay. I love it.
It
You-
works with the kids. It's
you like
fine.
pick him up by one ankle and like start beating his back. And
This is what I get
Cough.
for rolling ones.
Cough. I'm really sorry. I
For-
told you to go down there. That's a
for-
bad idea.
for a second he doesn't respond, but a moment later he starts to cough up water and breathe.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I put him down immediately. That's.
What the hell happened?
Really glad y'all threw a rope. I was about to cut his hand off.
What's my health at right now, by the way?
How many points did you lose?
You said it took 7 damage, but when you said I went unconscious, I assumed I went to 0.
Yeah, so you're at like 1. Actually, you should
Okay.
roll your healing.
I'm
Yeah.
using 2 runes. I rolled so 12.
12.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. Then I am at 12.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
A moment later, Eladon breaches the surface.
oh shit! Yeah, Eladon's down there too. You okay?
A moment later, you
Right.
look over into the pit, and Eladon has his hand on the box.
Oh God! No.
Ooh, that's a
He does. Have
yep.
both
That gave me
hands,
an
right?
idea. Yeah, he's got both hands, and yeah,
Okay,
he's fine.
What the hell happened down there?
I don't know. There was something. I'm not even entirely sure what it was, but I touched it, and it was like my hand immediately fused to it. It was excruciating pain.
It's like
Right.
you put your hand on a stove, but because it was so hot, it melted your hand.
I think that box down there is whatever's making this place a hot spring.
A box? Oh, is it a box?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eladon, let me just check your passive perception. Ori, your passive perception. Eladon, you didn't notice, but Ori, you noticed that this box had hinges and handles.
It certainly wasn't anything creating the heat, I don't think, at least. It seemed to be a chest of some sort.
But you said it was really hot.
Yes, it was. And I hold up. Is my hand still burnt at all?
It's healing, so it's not burnt as badly as it was.
I present Exhibit A.
Yeah. Sorry, that sin should clear up in like a couple hours.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's really the least I could do. Kind of sent you down there to your death. No, wait, you said it's hot because you think because it's so close to the earth, or
Well, the farther down I got, the warmer it was. It was almost unbearable down at that depth.
oh, I see.
So whatever is heating the hot spring must be heating up the box, I would assume.
Right. Well,
I could try to bring a length of rope down to tie it onto one of the handles.
wow, if you burned your right to it, I don't know how long a rope will last.
Unfortunate, I can't swim very well. And she raises her metal arm.
Yeah. How well do you swim?
I have 2 metal legs, Sildaloon.
I'm not judging.
Sinks like a horse.
Oh, hey, I've
No.
got 50 feet. Hey, I've got 50 feet of rope.
Can those get wet? The legs. Can the legs be wet? Are you afraid of rust?
Yes, but these legs do not get. Well, these legs do not rust.
No.
They're magic.
Yep.
Magic.
These legs were made for walking.
These
Oh,
these legs were in fact made for walking and also running and
understand.
stomping.
And that's just what they'll do.
Absolutely.
I have to leave. Okay, so there's a box down there. It looks more like a chest. It is really spicy. I think we add this to the map.
Crush sheepishly holds up 50 feet of rope that he totally forgot that he had. And we could just use this.
It'll burn the rope.
The chest?
Probably. Look at what it did to Ori's hand.
Make an intelligence check.
Who?
Me?
Or-
One of you.
I'll do it.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
You think that with the water on the rope, you might be able to get the chest up. It's iffy.
Okay.
Who's gonna tie it around the chest?
I can try.
Can you swim?
Sure, why not? How heavy is that shield that we threw down into the water?
6 pounds?
Yeah, I think so.
I wouldn't.
And it's still like it's still tied to the rope. Like it's here. I have it present.
Okay. Cool. Hold on to that, and I want to grab the rope and start pulling myself down.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
18.
18? That's enough.
Holy shit. All right.
So you start swimming down, and it's hot, just like has been described to you. And the further you get down, the hotter it gets. You get down, and you can see about half of this metal chest sticking out of the silt, and it's glowing ever so slightly because of the heat. What do you do?
I'm gonna there's a handle. I'm gonna loop the rope around the handle and tie it up like real good.
Okay.
And then, oh, go ahead.
No.
I'm gonna tie the other side of the rope to the rope that's got the shield, and I'm gonna give that thing a tug so they can both be pulled up.
Vitali tugs.
Okay.
I will help.
Roll an
I'll help.
athletics check with advantage, Vitali.
With my one good hand.
23.
Crash,
Mm-hmm.
make a dexterity saving throw because they rolled super good.
Okay. 15.
15. You just barely managed to get out of the way as this box shoots out of the ground and starts shooting up towards the surface.
I'll be like, and then I'll start making my way up.
Okay. You pull the box up, and as you pull it out, it immediately is sizzling, and the water begins to evaporate off of it. As you pull it towards the surface, you see the water begin to boil at the surface. And as you pull it onto the ground, the plant life that it touches starts to burn away.
I want to immediately use mold earth to submerge it in dirt.
Wait. Pepinoja would like to cast Identify on it first.
Too late.
No, please.
Alright, so you submerge it in dirt, and
Yes, I wanna cool it off.
the dirt begins to dry out,
Yes.
and you get the sense that there are some like roots or something that are burning.
Vitali digs away a little bit of the dirt on top, so she can get at it and try to open it.
Okay.
With her metal arm.
Yeah, alright, so you hit it with your metal armor, you don't feel anything.
Is it melting my arm?
It is not.
Oh, dope. Okay.
But it is locked. It does have like a padlock on it.
Can I break it?
You can certainly try. Roll a strength check.
Well, not with a 13, I sure can't.
You all watch as Vitali reaches out and grasps this lock with her metal hand and squeezes, and it just shatters.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Do I see this, or am I still underwater?
You would have come out by now. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Who wants to open it?
I'm not touching that thing.
After you.
Oh,
I've had my fill.
I am the only one that can open it. It occurs to me.
This is a joke for you, really.
Please open the box.
What's in the box?
Listen, Jay as a guy has given me box PTSD. So I'm gonna.
Crash Race said, I have a crowbar.
I do too. Come to think of it,
Excellent. Not me then.
Okay.
can I inspect it for traps without physically touching it?
Yeah. It'll make it more difficult.
Okay, I'm willing to give it a go.
All right, make an investigation check.
Has it cooled at all?
17.
17. You don't see anything that would indicate that it's trapped. No. And no, it has not cooled at all.
Well,
As a matter of fact, now that it's out of the water, it seems to be getting hotter.
oh boy.
Oh, that sounds like Meltdown.
Is there any like runes on it or something that may be activating this heat?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm not great at.
Are you
7.
proficient in Arcana?
No.
Then never mind.
Okay. That's.
You
I
don't.
can't
You.
handle
It
this
is. It is a metal box. It doesn't look like it has any drawings on it. Just like a metal chest.
Just found a lame box that's just gonna burn us. Jeez.
I'm not proficient, but my Arcana is high. Can I check?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd try. That's okay.
Maybe just. Well, I'm not. I don't know.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna be daring, and I want to see about using my crowbar to pry this son of a bitch open.
Okay. Is everybody standing right there?
I am.
I'm
Vitali's
be
gonna
standing
take a
back
few
few
steps
feet.
back.
Okay. So everybody else takes a couple steps back. Crash, as you open this chest, make a dexterity saving throw.
All right. Thank God. 16.
You manage to duck out of the way as a spurt of flame erupts from the chest, and it's there for a good 15 seconds, and then dies down. And then, as you open the chest completely, you look inside, and there is just a flame that is running across the entire chest. It's as if like if you had a gas fireplace
Mm-hmm.
and that's all that was in the chest was just gas burning.
Oh, so it was okay. So it's just trapped gas that got on fire, or is there something else in there? Because I absolutely want to cannibalize this thing and see if I can make traps out of the technology.
You don't make a perception check.
All right. Not investigation?
Nope.
Okay. I thought I'd try. 11. Not too bad.
11. All you can see is flames.
I am curiously looking into this box. It is just flames.
I'll give you an option to make a perception check as well. Actually, Sildaloon, you make a nature check.
17.
17. You take a look, and there's something about the flames that clicks in your head. And it takes you a moment, but as you're sitting there thinking and other people are peering into the box, You realize that you've seen flames like these before on a fire elemental.
Am I looking at a fire elemental or a piece of one?
It's more
Fragment?
like the remains of a fire elemental.
Oh. Does it look very old? Or how can I tell that it's remains?
Well, it's not killing you, so
Ah,
that's a pretty good sign.
okay. I do have a theory. How far do I have to leave to go see where the air was escaping?
Not far. It was like all around this area where every once in a while a little of steam would come out.
Has that changed at all?
Not yet.
I want to pay attention to that in the next time frame.
Okay. How long are you guys gonna wait here?
Well, what time of the day is it again?
It's getting towards night. Like it took you guys all day to get up here.
Wait a
Nice.
second.
Seems like this would be as good a place as any to make camp.
Yeah, I would prefer to actually not wait. This is the kind of thing I feel like we should take back to camp because if it's cold
I-
here, I feel like having an infinite source of fire would not be bad.
Look, hold on. I don't know if we should take this yet.
Why?
How would we even transport it?
I would carry it.
You'll have one arm. You're gonna be able to carry it with one arm?
She's
Mm,
kind of like a horse. We could just tie it to her.
I'm concerned that she'll be burned. The point is, I don't know if we should remove this yet.
I mean, even
do you-
just keeping it in the box. It's a source of warmth.
I know that, but I mean, this tree, this place seems manufactured somehow.
Suppose this was the source of the heat in the springs?
I think it's why they exist. It could be. I guess we'll have to wait a minute to see if the water cools.
Can I go over and put my hand in the water and see if it's gotten any cooler?
I mean, at the surface, it feels like it did before. It's hard to tell. It
Hmm.
takes a long time for a large amount of water like this to cool down.
I imagine it was very hot.
Yeah.
That's a big change to happen to a landmark. I'm just saying we are intruders in a way. We need to be careful about what we change.
And touch.
Indeed.
What do you guys do?
Well, I suppose we should stay overnight, at the very least, and see if anything has changed in the morning.
I would like to see that, yes.
Okay.
I would like to observe the elemental too. Well, the remnants, like, have they changed at all since we've opened it?
They have not.
Okay.
It has continued to burn at the same consistent level that it has been burning.
Well, at least we have a reliable campfire for the evening.
The very least.
Yeah.
Sorry again about the whole hand thing.
If it weren't for you, it'd be in much worse shape. You have nothing to apologize for.
I appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
Yeah. A little voice inside your head where he goes, "It's not like she stabbed me."
Do I hear that?
No, that's in Ori's head.
I say because I've got my my Hudson Hawk.
Hudson
Apparently it gives me telepathy.
Hudson cannot read people's minds.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what do you guys do?
I imagine we're setting up a camp.
Okay.
Mhm.
So within a 5-foot radius of this box, it begins to get very hot, uncomfortably hot.
Hmm.
But it
Can I-
doesn't. The heat doesn't expand too much beyond that. I mean, it gets warm beyond that, but it's not unbearable.
We shift camp a little bit as it becomes more uncomfortable.
Hmm
Just scoot slowly, or I almost wonder if the water was balancing it out. Seems kind of. It's really spicy now.
Yeah. You're not certain if that's because the lid is open.
Oh,
It's very likely capturing more oxygen. Not allow it to.
I don't. Could
May I roll Arcana on the remains?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Shit.
Sorry.
Hold on. I think I have something for if I roll bad. No, I don't have lucky on this character.
Oh.
Okay. That's sad. That's sad days, in fact. That's an 8.
It's a little hot for you to get too close to it, so it's hard to tell. Um, make an intelligence check though.
Okay. That's a 14.
14. Um, based on what you've seen, you think that this is either a really strong metal that the box is made out of, that is resistant to the heat, or there might be some magic that is applied to keep it from um, overheating. The other thing that you think is, and Silderloon, this occurs to you as well. If this isn't magically enhanced somehow, it's unlikely that the elemental remains would have lasted this long,
Very true.
unless it was a more recent placement.
Based on what I know about elementals, are we in danger of this thing reviving and attacking us?
Make a nature check.
Dirty 20.
No.
Excellent. What are elemental remains good for?
Well,
Specifically, the remains of a fire elemental.
fire.
Well, yes, but why was this? If I had to consider their properties,
Mhm.
right? What in this world would somebody keep fire elemental remains in a box for?
Heating
Hot
things.
springs.
Hot
creating
springs.
an oasis.
Mm.
Which
Oh, I'm a dumb shit. This is a spring. This is
Mhm.
a hot spring.
Yep.
This is an onsen.
speaking of which, you said there was multiple fruit
Mul-
trees.
multiple
Or
fruit trees, multiple pools.
Was there something that looks different from the suspicious blueberries?
Just grass. The
No,
blueberry
I mean,
cherry trees.
yeah. Is that the only
Um,
fruit?
yeah, that's the only fruit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Before I kind of, I guess, go to sleep or whatever, I do want to do to see if I can't catch an eye for any nightlife that I just want to see what kind of ecosystem we would be disturbing possibly by removing this oasis in the blizzard.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Yo, 21.
You guys kind of camp out near the box to stay warm, and Sildaloon, you keep an eye on an area that seems to be less disturbed by the flames, and Eventually, you see um, one of the rabbits with the really big feet come out of the snow and starts to drink some water. Um, it grabs one of the berries that has fallen off the tree and it runs off with it. And then you see some birds come in that seem to be some kind of snowbird. But that's all that really seems to show up. You think there probably are more, but y'all aren't really trying to hide, so it
Yeah,
might be
that's true.
scaring some people off.
And they don't want to come to the party. Okay. All right, fair. I'm gonna turn in then, unless we goes on tight.
Thank you.
Is there anybody keeping watch?
Actually, I will keep watch first as well, since I kind of skipped out on that last time.
Okay, so you'll keep first watch.
I'll take second.
Second.
I'll take third.
Okay. Let me roll a perception check.
19.
Okay. At some point during your watch, you hear a noise up in the cliff above you.
Mm,
It sounds animalistic, but you're not certain. You don't see anything.
Animalistic in a wolf predator type way, in a twig snapping type way, in a
Grunting, twig snapping type way. Yeah.
oh cool. Can I tell how large the sound is?
Um, with a 19, let me just make a check real quick. Yeah. After a moment, you see a shadow of a bipedal creature.
Mhm.
It looks large based on the shadow.
Okay. Don't suppose I can cast Pass Without a Trace on a bunch of sleeping people, huh?
I mean, you can, but they're not like trying to hide. So
Okay. I am concerned because we definitely have a bright light source, and you know what? I will. I'm assuming I was crouched comfortably. I'll stand to my full height,
okay.
and
It's at that point you hear another noise. It seems like there's more than one.
oh shit. Okay. Who is the person nearest to me? Who am I closest to?
You're fairly close to everybody in the group, but it just depends on whoever was sleeping nearby you. I'll let you
I'm
guys decide.
going to, having depended on Orison only moments before to burn off his whole hand, I'll wake him up with a gentle tap, 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 tap on the shoulder. Hey, don't panic. We may have visitors. They are very large.
You hear a
That came through real funny.
Yeah, it did. I'm immediately wide awake and alert and looking in the direction of that weird noise.
Yep, where did that come from?
up in the like so this oasis is kind of like in a small crevice in the mountain. So it's like up on the ledge above you guys. And
Can I
from
see
the
what it is?
opposite side of the ledge you hear a
Can I see what's causing these noises?
make a perception check.
All right.
Just Does it sound like a nice person?
God, that's a 6.
A 6. You do not see anything. You can definitely
Oh.
hear them, but you don't see anything. As a matter of fact, those were not loud or not quiet at all. Everybody else make perception checks to see if it'll wake you up.
Okay,
Nope,
That's
that's
a
a
whopping
6.
that is a 4, my good dude.
I also got a 4.
Sleeping like
I-
babies.
I am so real. I traveled for 3 weeks through the mud and muck. I
We're
took
so
a
fucking
hot
dead.
bath and I crashed.
We are so fucking dead.
No,
Yep.
no. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We can do this.
We're
Kresh, what
gonna
did you roll?
6.
6. And Jack,
14.
14. Eladon wakes up. The rest of you are still asleep.
Cool.
Okay. I whip around to Eladon, hold my finger in front of my face or in front of my lips. Shh. Don't say anything. Just
Give a
listen.
nod, but I raise my crossbow. Is there
Yes.
anyone else sleeping around me?
Yeah, you probably are not too far from Kresh or Vitali or
I'm gonna give Vitalia a nudge.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna start nudging
yeah,
people
so
awake too.
you wake some people up.
But I want to use disguise self to make myself appear a foot taller.
Okay. How tall are you?
I am 7'4".
7'4".
Jesus.
Okay. So now you are 8'4".
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. You said they were quite tall against that shadow.
Well, you saw the shadow.
Yeah.
So
And I
depending
just-
on how the light was hitting them, because you didn't see
No, they
them.
could be very tiny.
At this point, you begin to hear movement coming down both sides of the crevice, and eventually you see a bipedal creature covered in white fur with razor sharp teeth and giant arms and big ol' hands
Wendigo?
and horns on the sides of its head.
It's a wampa.
Yeah, kind of. It
Right?
looks
That's
kind of
what I
like a
get from that
wampa.
description.
A what?
Yeah, it's yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say a wampa what?
I just said a what?
Wait, hold on. I need to double check
Oh.
my.
Check.
Oh.
Check.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
check.
That's right.
I don't get Star Wars references.
I was like,
That is unfortunate.
yeah, it
At
really,
least you
really
know
is.
it's a Star Wars reference, so
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Points there. Yes, it is a
Partial credit.
It kind of looks like a wampa. Yeah, for sure. It is not a wampa, but it kind of looks like a wampa. Two of them emerge from the sides of the crevice and begin making their way to one of the pools.
Oh no.
So we doesn't look like they've seen us yet.
No, they totally know you're there.
Oh,
They're kind of like slowly making their way to the pool and just like watching you.
I put a hand up cautiously, and both of them. Hello?
When you
Can I-
speak, they freeze.
Do I speak one? Oh, wait, I mean, snow people.
These are
Out of
not
curiosity-
something that you can communicate with. No.
Out of curiosity, how bright is it where we are right now? Is it
With the
fire?
flame coming out of the chest, it's around you guys. It's fairly bright.
Okay, cool. I want to see things better, so I want to pull out my because I imagine as a blacksmith I would have the goggles like eye protection, and I want to infuse them to replicate goggles of night so I can see better.
Okay. You now have night vision. I think is
Cool.
what that does, right? Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dark
I was
vision.
just gonna cast dancing lights, but
tall are they?
Yeah. How
These
tall
things
they?
are
I guess
probably
probably
10
is-
foot tall.
Oh,
10. Holy crap.
well then.
Um,
Still looking up.
arms like tree trunks, legs like bigger tree trunks.
Question.
Sorry.
Would I have been out of it long enough to have qualified for a long rest at this point?
You would not have.
Damn. All right.
Yeah. So these things are frozen, and they're just kind of looking at Sildaloon, not moving, not making a sound. What do you guys do?
I'm just watching them.
What Tally will lay back down. Not like to sleep, but she'll fold her legs up.
I think we may have found who uses this hot spring. I am saying out the side of my mouth.
I'm gonna say out the side of my mouth. I think they heard you.
I don't know if they understand me.
They're looking at us. Here, put these on, and I hand her my night goggles.
What? Okay. I lift them up. Why?
How far is the dark vision with those goggles?
It did. Let me see. I don't know if it says.
This is under magical tinkering.
I have dark. Oh no, I don't.
Yeah, it's just under replicate magic item. Oh, hold on. I guess I have to create the
Oh
infusion.
wait, I have a spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Goggles of night give you 60 feet.
60 feet.
Of dark vision.
Yeah. So you can now see much better, Sildaloon.
Oh, thanks.
And you you can see them just looking at you, and one of them very slowly looks at the other one and like slowly starts making its way to the water while the other one just watches you.
Is anyone, are any one of us near the water right now?
You are at another part of, you're like on the other side of this little oasis.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like this oasis is huge,
Yeah.
but it's got enough space where like there's trees in between you.
Okay. I am going to read the mood and suggest we all sit down.
I'm going to sit down.
Okay.
I don't think I ever actually stood up, so I'm just going to stay where I'm at.
I'm gonna slowly sit down.
All right. These creatures take turns watching you and getting water. And then you see one strike with lightning speed into the water and pull out a fish
Fish. so
and
we're
eat
fi-
it whole.
Can I roll to see if I know what these guys are?
You can certainly. Do you have proficiency in nature?
No, but I do have proficiency in Arcana.
These are not magic creatures.
Okay.
I have proficiency in nature.
Go ahead and roll a nature check.
Can I help him?
You certainly can. Roll with advantage.
The way that was said.
Okay, that's pretty good. That is 23.
These are reminiscent of what you have heard descriptions of Yetis.
Yetis. Huh.
They're a little different than what you've heard described, but you know, different region, different Yeti.
Different region, different Yeti.
You know that they're super territorial, and can be quite dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
and usually travel in packs.
Do Yeti speak giant?
They do not.
Damn.
Do Yetis speak deep speech?
They do not.
Okay.
Do Yetis speak anything?
Yetis speak Yeti.
Okay.
That's fair.
Let's be very careful. There might be more nearby.
Well, they seem peaceful enough.
You make a perception check, Ori. Now that you know that.
I'm recording.
That's an 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the most D&D thing that has ever happened.
Yeah,
Right, I
on
know.
any of our recordings. But
I should've been
Mom!
really good at reading these things, and that just didn't happen.
But Mom,
I'm recording.
I'm playing D&D.
I'm gonna cast magic missile at the darkness.
Firebolt, firebolt, firebolt. Nerd. Oh wait, I'm playing D&D too.
I kind of
Good
figured
times,
it-
guys. After a little bit of time, the Yetis seem to have gotten their fill. They each grab 2 fish from the water and start to make their way back up the crevice sides.
Do they head anywhere? Are they on on a trail? Can we see them follow anything?
Do you want to attempt to follow them?
Oh no, I just want to see what I can see as they go.
You can't see over the crevice side, so you don't really know
Oh, okay.
because they walk out of the oasis area.
Well, that was exhilarating. I
They tend to be very territorial. We should be very much be careful for the rest of the evening.
yeah. I don't think we should take this chest
Why?
because, well, actually, have the geysers changed at all?
Make a perception check.
15.
All right, you go stick your hand in the pool that you took the fire chest out of, and it's a little cooler, but not a huge amount. And the steam seems to be coming at the same pace, and the other pools all seem to be the exact same temperature that they were before.
I rescind any comment I made. But why would they need more remains if it's already hot? Maybe they just stored it here because it was safe.
I think the more important question is, who are they?
Yes, that is a very vague notion that I put out there because I do not know. Oric? You know anything?
Do you have Oric's crown?
Suppose we should ask Vitali if Oric knows anything.
Tali doesn't have Oric's crown.
Oh, that's right. Fresh
Fresh?
does.
Crash doesn't have
I
Oric's
do.
crown.
It's
Where's
currently
it?
on the ground.
Yep.
Vitaly hobbles up and picks it up.
Okay. You walk the 60 feet to where the crown is, and Oric is, as soon as you touch the crown, Oric is like, "Oh, thank God!
Do you think we were going to leave you here?
I thought you were going to leave me."
You know anything about this?
About what?
She kind of gestures to the box.
Oh, that looks hot.
Oh, it is. Presumably, I haven't felt it. Look inside.
He walks over and then disappears into the box, comes out. Yep. It's a box full of flame. There be
You're not-
fire in that box.
You're not wrong. Do you
Okay.
have any other insight you can offer us?
I don't think it's the only one here.
That's interesting. Thank you. Org thinks it's not the only one.
Not the only one. Thinks there's more elemental remains? Well, wait a minute.
It would stand to reason. There's multiple pools.
Right. But this one is the deepest. I thought the other ones were not so, were more shallow.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's not in a pool? Or are there more down there where we were? Well, not we. Was there any? Well, you guys were a little preoccupied, huh? Didn't really get to see anything down there. Well, what do you think?
There was a lot going on.
What is the nearest pool to us that we did not already retrieve a box from?
That's probably like 20 feet.
Can I just check to make sure there's no other lingering Yetis in the area, and then go take a look over into the pool?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm horrible tonight. 6.
You don't see any Yetis. And you go over to the pool, and the silt on the bottom is,
Can't see anything.
can't say anything.
Just a regular old pond. Where did the Yetis go to? Which pond?
They
Or
went.
which-
They went east up the mountain.
Or no, I mean, which pool did they use?
Oh, they went to the first one that's like as you're coming into the oasis.
Ah,
Yeah, they very well may have come in further, but they were wary of you.
we spooked them. Okay. You said there was fish in that?
Mhm.
Like a lot?
Make a perception check.
14.
14. You begin to look specifically for fish, and you notice that there's quite a few fish that seem to be blending into the mud.
Maybe there is stuff in the mud. Wait, blending into.
Kind of like catfish.
Bottom dwellers.
Hmm.
Yum. Okay. Well, that's. Do they look unusual? Any fun colors there?
No, surprisingly not on the fish. They are, well, like they're brown.
It just look like bottom dweller color.
A little more dirt color,
Okay.
which, if you think like actual fish, that's a little unusual.
We could take another look in the morning once we've all finished resting too.
Right. It is still night. I think we should be all right. We're still gonna keep watch, so
Was that first watch we just did?
That was first
Yeah.
watch.
it was
All
early.
right.
That was a very scary first watch. Can I go back to bed?
Yes,
Who's
please.
Well, actually,
taking
I guess it's my turn to watch.
second?
No,
Okay.
it's my turn.
All right. Who's taking it? Crush.
Yeah, it's me.
Make a perception check.
Cool. Can I have my goggles back, please, so I can see better?
Yes, of course. I take
Thank
them
you.
off.
Nope.
Would not be nice
Can
to
I-
sleep in them anyway.
So with dark vision, do I get advantage?
You don't get a disadvantage.
Okay. Perception. Holy shit, that's a 19. Goddamn.
You look around and there's not anything at first that catches your eye, but as you begin to look up on the crevice, you notice that there is a different Yeti that didn't come down before. This one's holding some kind of staff and has a headdress.
hmm
It is just watching you.
I kind of want to watch it back.
Okay.
Can it perceive like me watching it, or
It seems to be looking at you, yes.
okay?
It doesn't make any movement, just watches.
Yep, I'm gonna do the same. I'll just, I guess eye contact, but no movement. Just watch him.
Okay. Okay, that's it.
That's it.
Who's taking third watch?
Pepinoja can do that.
Okay.
I will roll perception.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll perception. Do you point out the Yeti, Crash?
I say that we're being watched, but I do not point. Like
Okay.
I do not make the motion of pointing.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be like, hey, there's something over on the ridge over there. Don't provoke it.
Okay. So
Don't
I
stare.
I take that into account, and I see the thing. Yes.
Yes,
I
you
the
absolutely
thing
see
that
it.
He points out. Okay, excellent. Because right after that, I rolled a critical fail for perception.
Okay.
Excellent.
So you look up at it. It looks at you, and it's like you're having a staring contest, and you just can't help yourself. You have to look away. And then when you look back up, it's gone. Or at least you think it's gone. You're not real certain. You may have lost it.
Okay, that's uncomfortable.
But other than that, your watch goes by without a hitch.
Excellent. After my watch, I go and I wake up Mr. Man himself. Mr. Man being the person who handed off the watch to me. Jack's character, who Pepinoja still has not remembered the name of. I know their name is Krish, but Pepinoja has not learned your name yet. It says, so
Crash is not Jack. Crash is Matt.
Oh, why did I meant Matt. You were the one who just passed off the watch to me, right? I said Jack by accident. My
It's all
apologies.
good, dude. No, it's all good.
I
Yeah.
have had not enough caffeine today.
I know that feeling.
Especially not enough to do the voice. Jesus. I did my watch and it was uneventful. I did maybe lose track of the lightning fast giant Yeti.
I mean that's okay. I mean, I'm sure you had to blink at some point.
I did. He was very fast and now he's gone.
Well, we're not dead, so I think we're okay for now.
Okay, I just felt bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pack up for the day. And he goes about doing that.
All right. So it's a fresh new day, and you guys all have your long rest.
Thank God.
And you're sitting in this beautiful oasis with a box of flame. And that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Ah,
All right.
Yetis!
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Like and subscribe if you want to get notifications for when we upload. And have a wonderful evening.
Bye,
Night.
everybody.
Good night.
Bye.